In later adulthood, especially once one surpasses the age of 80, travel can become fraught with risks that far exceed the joys of exploration. While travel offers exciting mental and emotional rewards, seniors in this age group face a distinctive set of challenges that make journeys far more dangerous than beneficial. One of the most serious issues is the elevated health risk caused by physical frailty. Airplane cabins are pressurized to an altitude of around 8,000 feet, and for elderly travelers, especially those with cardiovascular issues, even this moderate hypoxia can impose significant stress. Heart rates may rise, heart rate variability may decrease, and the strain of airport bustle, dehydration, and rapid cabin ascent can create unnecessary danger. Beyond that, nearly all individuals over 80 live with chronic illnesses such as hypertension, diabetes, or heart disease, and long flights, unfamiliar climates, and exposure to germs can worsen these conditions. Cruise ships, airports, and crowded tourist areas are notorious breeding grounds for infections such as influenza or norovirus. Sitting still for extended periods during long flights or car rides also raises the risk of dangerous blood clots, known as deep vein thrombosis, which is especially concerning for those with pre-existing conditions like cancer or heart failure. Another concern is the challenge of managing medications and accessing medical assistance while away from home. Travel disrupts daily routines, introduces irregular meal times, causes time zone confusion, may lead to dehydration, all of which interfere with vital medications. Storing temperature-sensitive medications or adjusting doses while traveling can become complicated. Even with careful planning, medical emergencies abroad may require services that are limited or inadequate, and the difficulty is compounded by the fact that travel insurance options for those over 80 are often limited, extremely expensive, and sometimes exclude coverage for pre-existing conditions unless very specific conditions are met. Financial burdens create yet another serious barrier. Seniors in this age group pay significantly higher travel insurance premiums, sometimes averaging $60 per day for comprehensive coverage, almost double what younger seniors pay. Many insurers simply refuse coverage to anyone over 80, and those that do often include restrictions or exclusions. For adequate protection, seniors may be advised to purchase plans with at least $100,000 in emergency medical coverage and $250,000 in medical evacuation coverage. But the financial and logistical strain of doing so can be immense. Beyond physical and financial challenges, travel places enormous cognitive and emotional strain on seniors. Adapting to new surroundings, navigating crowds, and keeping up with changing schedules can easily lead to confusion or anxiety. In some cases, sensory overload, language barriers, or environmental stress can accelerate memory loss or cognitive decline. Being far from home can also create an emotional burden. When communication with loved ones is delayed or disrupted, the feeling of isolation can be profound, leaving seniors anxious or disoriented in an unfamiliar environment. Physical safety is another significant risk. Hotels or destinations, especially those in historic or remote areas, may lack ramps, elevators, or even safe flooring, creating a higher chance of falls or injuries. Reduced mobility and poor lighting can compound these dangers. Seniors who choose to drive while traveling face heightened risk as well, as physical frailty, slower reaction times, and weakened vision or hearing all make driving in new or high-traffic areas unsafe. Even mobility assistance at airports or tourist spots may not always be reliable, forcing older travelers to exert themselves beyond safe limits. Safety threats from theft, scams, and fraud also loom large. Older travelers are often targeted by pickpockets, scammers, or con artists, and even simple tasks like withdrawing cash or using a credit card in a foreign location can expose them to theft or fraud. Losing critical documents such as passports or identification can be particularly devastating, and navigating the process of replacement while abroad can be extremely stressful. Beyond the material loss, the emotional aftermath of being victimized in an unfamiliar setting can lead to trauma, leaving seniors anxious or fearful even after they return home. These overlapping risks, health vulnerabilities, medication challenges, high financial costs, cognitive stress, physical hazards, and safety threats create a situation where the risks of traveling often outweigh the benefits for seniors over 80. While travel can still be rewarding for healthy adults in their 70s, by the time one reaches 80, the balance tips sharply. Seniors and their families should carefully weigh the consequences and consider safer alternatives, consulting healthcare professionals before any trip, avoiding physically demanding itineraries or remote destinations, and prioritizing medical, planning and caregiver support are critical if travel is unavoidable. However, in many cases, the best choice for maintaining health, safety, and peace of mind is to embrace alternatives that do not carry such high risks, such as local outings, family-hosted gatherings, or virtual connections with loved ones. Ultimately, what matters most at this stage of life is comfort, safety, and emotional well-being, which are often best found in the familiarity of home, surrounded by people who care.